Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So it's been a bit of a long time, but I'm back and I'm back to full force. We will continue this course. Welcome to this episode. In this episode, I will discuss how to mark daily levels. I don't expect this to be a long video by any means, probably a 5-minute video. Let's see how this goes. So, what are daily levels? Daily levels have the most volume for me as a day trader. Of course, if you use weekly charts, monthly, the higher you go, the more impact they will have, the more it will matter in terms of price action. So let's say the difference between a daily level and a 1 minute. A daily chart. Let's say look at this chart on Invo. So the volume on this daily chart is around, let's just look here, let me just turn on my OHLC. So it's around 106 million, right? So that is 106 million shares traded. The high of that is 3.04 and the low of that is 1.44. Now let's look at the volume in the chart. 7k, 8k, 9k, 9k. And you can see there's a huge disparity in terms of volume. So that 100 million is much more powerful than that 100k, right? Because 1 million. So if there's 1 million support and there's only 100k trying to hold that support, we're going to break straight through, right? If there's 100 million volume and there's only 100k resistance, that 1 million volume will push through like it's 100 million volume will push through like it's nothing. So it matters, right? That's why I mark my daily levels. I mark significant levels. Let's say, for example, here I mark this 3.04 level on the daily, right? Just here. Let's move to the daily zone. So I'm not going to go into too much depth yet. I will go into more depth as the video goes on. But now this level is going to be significant. Why is this significant? 106 million volume, and there's a high chance we come back and we reject this area. Now, let's look right. Let's keep going. We start running here. We have 226 million volume here. And yes, we have more volume. We break, hit 3.5, reject. But look at how significant that area is. We couldn't push above, completely push above, but we broke that area. And look how much volume we needed. The day after, we had 55 million, 1.3 million. So in terms of when we could tell how much of an impact it makes. So if you look at these other days, 21 million, 23 million. This day had 200 million, and these levels broke with ease. There was not a huge amount this could do because there's only 2.2 million holding it up, or 21 million holding it up. 21 million compared to 200 million. There's a huge difference, right, guys? So that's why using the daily chart is essential to becoming a very good trader, in my opinion. So now let's move on to some charts. We start with SINT here. And me as a trader, when I look at the daily chart, I look for areas where price previously tested and has tested and has held, or tested and has failed to hold. Not only that, I look for the highest volume days. So this, for example, I'm going to go back to these days because I tried this just before we broke out, right? So what I was looking for is what is the most highest volume. We have this much, 86 million, 11 million. So in terms of the chart, 86 million has the most. The high on that is around 0.0245. So around this level would be quite significant. Not only that, then we got this level here, 29 million volume. So this level will be very significant as well. Why is this level so significant? You can see here price tried to break, it failed to break. This level will also be significant because this is an area of gap fill. This area here is also significant because it's an area of gap fill, right? But look at the volume on these days, 490 million, 430. It's just much more. It's just way more. So these levels will break with ease. There won't be any other debate in the sense that it won't break or will break. And we look here, and these are two other gap fills. So in terms of a daily chart, this is probably an A+ daily chart. This is the best daily chart you could possibly get in terms of volume and in terms of rejection. And it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll keep an eye on this week as well. If you look at it, the daily's forming a doji. So now let's move on to a chart like Visa. Visa is a trade I traded for about, I think it was 160% plus, right? I might be wrong on that, but around that much. Let's look at this daily chart. Remember in one of my lessons I said a thin chart? This is a thin chart. 100k and 90k, so there's not much holding this up. Now we look for areas of previous support, become resistance. So you got this area here. Here, look, price held, came back, rejected. So around this area is quite significant. Look for another area. So we got this, the high of this area. The reason why I'm saying the high of this area is because this is where the gap fill could potentially start from. And we got a gap fill at 11.5. So let's look at the high volume days. So this is a high volume day. Again, we rejected this area. And then let's look for another area like this, just here. Why is this area significant? Look, held, rejected. So again, this area matters. So this is another daily chart that's A+. It's a very good daily chart. So the daily chart, you want to be support to become resistance to become support, high volume, see how it reacts to certain areas. But you can quite clearly see this daily chart. These are levels that it's respecting. Even if you look at the 5-minute chart here, so look at the way it holds this level here, held this level here. This is where we broke out from. So it's quite accurate in that sense. Okay, now let's move on to NVFY on this daily chart. I want you guys to see a different daily chart. For me, even this daily chart is thin. It's quite thin, but you can see there's a lot more rejection on this daily chart if you look left. But in terms of volume, the highest volume day was this day, so 69 million, and the volume was only 33 million when we ran, which meant we didn't break out completely. So look, this is the area here. That's the highest volume, and you got this area here. And then look for other areas. Look, it was quite a thin chart though in terms of the volume. So this is something you can look to watch in the future. But in terms of the chart, looking for areas of previous resistance become support. So you got this area here, resistance, held as support. So this is a very significant level on this chart. And then you got this area here as well, this 3.4 area. But this chart is a lot more wicky in the sense that there's a lot of resistance, support and resistance. Even though it's a very thin chart, you got this day here as well, which has 47 million volume. So you can mark the low of this and high. So 6.38, and you got this just here, this 3.4 area. So that's the exact same level I discussed earlier in terms of the volume there. So let's go move on to TWG. This is another A+ chart in the sense that it's a it'll move very quick when it moves. There's not a lot of resistance on the daily chart. So we're marking the levels, these levels, the resistance, held, and this high. And you move on to the 30-minute chart here. If you look at this 30-minute chart as well, it's still in a nice uptrend. So this will be on watch this week for me. But it's a very thin chart, and this will run very fast when it runs. It'll be very volatile. Abba is another one. We're going to look at how this reacted to the daily chart, right? So we rejected off this level here, this 1.66 level. Now I'm just going to mark this, and I'm going to look left. And we start seeing here on the left where price has previously held and rejected. This is one point here where there's 1.4, and then let's look up. We got this level here and 1.94. So this is last time where price held and rejected was a very similar area in the sense that price struggled to break through, right? So this is an area where you would do a lot of profit taking. A lot of profit takers would be active. So you got this level here as well, just here, held. So that's the exact area we rejected from, just here. So look carefully. This candle here. Look at the volume on this candle here as well. 31 million. So this area we previously struggled to break. Look here, we struggle. Look, last time we broke. Last time we broke, we actually broke out quite aggressively. But in terms of volume, this chart is not as thin as the others. But it's a history of running. But still, from here to here, it was quite clean, the run from 0.32. It was a quite clean chart. Another chart would be MNDR. Let's just look at this chart. It's a completely clean chart. There's not a lot of resistance on this. So you'll have this level here. It's going to hold up into next week. And then you got around this level here. So this is a very clean chart as well on the daily. Very clean daily. I identify this as an A+ setup on the daily. So you'd want it to hold now, 22. You don't want it to dip below. But essentially that's what the daily chart is, right? It's marking the significant levels. When you mark a daily chart, you're going to look for resistance become support. You're going to look for areas of high volume, areas where price has previously rejected, etc. So it's very effective that you do this, guys. If you guys have any questions, please pop them down in the comment below. If you guys didn't understand anything, I will do another part of this video. If you want me to do it, I'll do it on a different plays. I'll make a part 2. But I hope you guys are enjoying this course. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next YouTube video. Peace.